Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty Episode 4 explores the escalating conflict between Coach Paul Westhead and star player Magic Johnson that leads to their eventual fallout.
Where's your spot? Not there.
I'll put a spot at that motherfucker. I keep yelling it.
As a whole, Winning Time Episode 4, The New World, stays pretty close to the source material despite including several creative leaps. And we here at Squad Dawkins break down what's true and what is not in this video. Whereas Winning Time Season 2, Episode 3 took a break in the Lakers' Showtime action to dive into the backstory of the legendary Boston Celtic Larry Bird, Episode 4 begins right at the start of the 1981 NBA season, in which the rivalry between Buss's Lakers and Auerbach's Celtics reaches new levels of intensity.
On his ass.
With both teams fresh off an NBA championship, the 1981-82 season would prove to be a definitive statement about the state of the pinnacle of professional basketball, especially with Magic and Bird finding their strides after their rookie and sophomore seasons.
Who wants a scoop? Magic signs lifetime contract with the Lakers.
Celtics president Red Auerbach is depicted in Episode 4 running off to tell the press about Magic Johnson's $25 million deal with the Lakers after a brief conversation with Jerry Buss rubs him the wrong way.
You used to be ahead of the curve, Red, but now you're about 10 steps behind.
On his ass.
While Auerbach was actually in charge of the Players Association and even had authority in approving the unique contract, he was not so petty in real life to leak the news to the press out of spite in order to stir things up in the already fragile Lakers locker room. In reality, Jerry Buss made the announcement of Magic's 25-year contract extension before the 1981 season. Having Auerbach be the reason for the leaked information Winning Time is only a narrative device to increase the bad blood between the two historic franchises. Though Auerbach did blast Buss for the massive contract he just gave Magic.
I don't pay my guys to smile. Unlike you forcocked a lifetime contract.
Larry Bird, who really was the star of Episode 3, makes a short appearance in Episode 4, showcasing again his awesome attitude. Bird wanted to play in that preseason game and shown urging Celtics coach to let him in for the second half even though Boston were down by 28 points at that time.
We're down by 28 points, coach. Fuck, you gotta drag me out here to La La Land if you're just gonna sit me.
Once news did break out about Magic's contract extension, many, if not all, of his teammates became even more jealous and standoffish toward Magic in real life as well.
The contract certainly represented their closeness. And it raised the question of, is he one of us or one of them?
Whew, man, it was like nobody liked me.
The 1980-81 Lakers had already grown tense about Magic's superstar celebrity status and advertisement deals after his rookie season, especially with nearly all of his teammates being much older than he was, particularly the captain Kareem.
Pick out any one member and say, this is my favorite child. It's inevitable that others will begin to wonder whether or not they belong.
The announcement of the massive contract extension from Buss made Magic's teammates more uncomfortable around the superstar who was on track to be their leader on the court, but was causing palpable friction behind the scenes.
I would consider playing as New York. I've always felt like the people there appreciate quality basketball, and I can provide that.
In real life, Kareem was actually looking at going to another NBA team at the start of the 1981-82 season. The seasoned veteran was exclusively focused on the game of basketball and was also part of the Lakers squad that viewed Magic's spotlight as an overall distraction. Kareem was on the verge of asking for a trade after hearing about Magic's lucrative contract extension, setting his sights on another formidable team such as the New York Knicks, where true basketball was valued. Kareem was not particularly upset with Magic for the special treatment, but ascribed to the philosophy that the exclusive treatment of one player would disrupt the unity and connection of the entire team.
You know, I wasn't going to get jealous. They weren't going to give me 25 years. They wouldn't want to be paying me when I was 50.
Kareem's issues were never personal, but more about his potential to keep winning NBA championships, which he was unsure of at the time.
And so much for redemption, folks. A new year underway, the same way last one ended, with a loss to the Rockets.
The dysfunctional Showtime Lakers really lost their home opener by a single point to the Houston Rockets, which featured NBA Hall of Famer Moses Malone, before losing again on the road to the Portland Trail Blazers, which from some reason turned to be the Nets in Episode 4, sinking to 0-2.
It's been 6 games.
That's far fucking more than I needed to see.
No, we're not changing fucking coaches again mid-season. Oh, absolutely not, Bill.
Jerry Buss was not explicitly worried about the slow start to the NBA season, believing in the roster he had decided on. Paul Westhead viewed the lack of winning as a result of disobedience from his offensive system, particularly from Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson still looking lost in Westhead's offense.
Once the Lakers reached a low point of 2-6, Westhead began to feel the pressure of the hot seat, But a 4-game winning streak would soon help with his anxieties.
Now we're talking. Excuse me, Coach Westhead has arrived. What did I tell you?
Oh, yeah, you told me. You sure did.
Pat Riley actually started wearing a neck brace after the Lakers' 1980-81 season because he was so stressed out about the direction of the team.
What happened, Jay? Get in a car crash? No, it's just fucking stress.
Riley is depicted as being stressed from his tensions with Coach Paul Westhead, which could have certainly played a part in his injury. However, the real-life Riley actually started to wear the brace after the collapse of the Lakers' playoff run at the end of the previous season. While only a minor stretch, Winning Time implies that Riley's use of the neck brace was primarily because of his difficulties working with Westhead, when in reality, it was a more cohesive response to his dedication and concern for the Lakers at large. Jason Segel and the writers of Winning Time are truly showing Paul Westhead in the worst light here.
I'm the fucking boss. I am in charge, not Magic fucking Johnson.
From the beginning itself, in an exhibition preseason game where Westhead is running the Lakers team ragged, or in an advertisement of Sports Illustrated's 1981 issue where the Lakers are shown in a classroom with the coach.
Ooh, our issue. Oh my.
Would you look at that? This is the dumbest shit I ever seen.
Teaching basketball?
The antagonism towards Westhead increases further because his system is one that clearly only he and his assistant Mike understand.
Bad enough he got us playing like robots running in his damn spot.
Hit your spot.
Everyone else, including Pat and Jerry West, is having a hard time trying to understand how conforming to the system is actually helping.
Well, I talked to him, and he told me it's a numbers game.
It's not fucking algebra, man. It's fucking ball.
Westhead also has to contend with the Indiana Pacers and his former mentor, Jack McKinney, who is coaching them. Their meeting at a diner and later their court meetup are fraught with tension, more on Westhead's part. Not only because Westhead knows he lucked into this job.
Jack only hired me here because he needed somebody pliable, a dilettante. I lucked my way to where I'm at.
But also because at the game, he sees how the Lakers meet with their old coach, the love and respect McKinney still commands, which Westhead is trying to but failing and yet still holding onto stubbornly with his system, which McKinney almost threatens to expose.
Let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna expose you.
And almost does, with the Lakers barely managing to squeak by a point. The tension between Johnson and Westhead has been rising to a fever pitch. It was noticeable even within games, and kudos to the talent of the Laker team that they were able to squeak out wins even in challenging situations behind the scenes. But when the final dust-up occurs between Westhead and Johnson, it is a noticeable one. It leads to a confrontation between the two of them in a clothes locker away from the media.
Do not ever do that to me again. You disrespected me. You disrespected your teammates. I will not have it. I am sick and tired of your horseshit attitude.
You done?
Sure.
With Johnson uncharacteristically silent and listening to Westhead talk about the hierarchy in the team before walking away. When asked by the media about his future, Johnson announces that he is not happy with the current iteration of the Lakers and asks to be traded publicly.
Showing up, playing hard as I can, but I ain't having no fun. Gonna go in the morning, talk to the man, the Bus. I want to be traded.
He certainly pulled his card with his direct line to Jerry Buss and flexed his special privilege, which is exactly what Paul Westhead, Kareem, and other Lakers players were concerned about. While Magic was within his means to eventually get Paul Westhead axed, it was a sign of his lack of cooperation to be a team player. The rest of Winning Time Season 2 will certainly chronicle the transition of power from Westhead to assistant coach Pat Riley. Though in the sneak peek of Episode 5 HBO released, we can clearly see Riley trying to do his best to keep Westhead on the driving seat as the Lakers coach.
You gotta talk to management before this hits the fan, so they hear your side.
There are no sides. Either way, this blows over and we win. We win.
Tell us in the comments what is your favorite part of Episode 4. And if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. For even more basketball content, subscribe to our other channels, Free Dawkins and Vintage Dawkins, and follow us on social media.